beginning of Ezekiel chapter 37 marks the beginning of a popular biblical story, the Valley of the Dry Bones. In this story, the prophet Ezekiel has a vision that he is brought into a valley full of bones, where God asks him if the bones are able to live. After Ezekiel replies, God has Ezekiel prophesy to the bones, instructing them to hear God's word and live. The bones are covered with skin and tissue, and ultimately filled with breath. The result is a great army that reflects what God will do for the children of Israel, breathe life into their dying souls. As a child, this story captivated me, and my siblings and I would sing about it around our house. We would declare that the knee bone would connect to the thigh bone, and the thigh bone would connect to the hip bone, and ultimately the hip bone would connect to the head bone. However, aside from this elementary introduction to anatomy, I did not truly understand the significance of this story or how it could be applied to my life. This all changed when I came to Williams and had my own valley experience. Now, before I delve deeper into this story, it is important that we all have the same baseline understanding of what valleys are. According to good old Google, in the geographical sense, a valley is a low area between hills or mountains, typically with a river running through it. So, when we hear valleys, we may imagine the sound of music that has lush meadows, a clear brook, and birds chirping away. Or we may picture the interior of the Grand Canyon, full of majestic nooks and crannies. But in our case, it is more likely that we reflect on our current environment that is Williams College, nestled here in the Purple Valley. In addition to this geographical definition, valleys can be described in a spiritual sense. In the Bible, we see instances in which valleys are used to be a fertile ground to raise a family, such as with Abraham's nephew Lot, who decided to live in what is described as the well-watered Jordan Valley. It can also be a place where death and darkness abides, as Psalm 23 tells us that someday we will have to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. On the flip side, we see that these valleys are usually placed in juxtaposition to mountains, which are typically associated with being close to God. Thus, while valleys can have beauty and life, they can also be filled with trouble, heartache, and pain. They also come in between mountains, representing that at times when we may feel that we are at a high point with God, there will come a moment when we will have to walk through the valley. I experienced all aspects of this valley during my sophomore fall. At the beginning of the semester, everything was great. I had lost some of the freshman 15, was enjoying the picturesque fall, and was getting used to my rigorous schedule. However, as the semester carried on, I felt myself begin to wear thin. My body was worn, my brain was tired, and my spiritual life did not seem fulfilling. Now, many students had told me that I might experience the sophomore slump, but this felt more like a drop into some bottomless pit. There came a point at which I was sitting on the chemistry steps at 10 p.m. with tears in my eyes, a neuroscience exam in my hand, and thoughts about what in the world was I doing at Williams. I later went to my room and tried to pray, but simply felt empty inside. Now there is a song that goes way back in church from the South, and it says, if you call on Jesus, he will answer prayer. If you call on Jesus, he will answer prayer. So in the midst of that time, I began to call on that name. Lord, I cried out, I am tired. Lord, my brain hurts, I am worn out. Where are you? Can my dry bones live? But as I began to cry out and question why I was here, my question had already been answered. For just as Ezekiel told the bones to hear the word of God and live, God spoke through his word and breathed life into me. With each breath, I was reminded that I was more than a conqueror. With each breath, I was reminded to give my burdens to Jesus valley of the shadow of death, I have no reason to fear because he was with me. From this experience, I learned that God can not only pick me up from a low point, but that he will speak life. Furthermore, rather than there being a river in the valley, the river would be in me, springing forth with living water and joy more abundantly. So on the inside, I had peace, while externally, I felt more confident and sure about myself while on campus. And even though that semester was one of the hardest I've had at Williams, and I have no recollection of what I learned, I came out on top. Now, while there have been times in which I felt like the dry bones, there have also been instances in which God was asking for me to be like Ezekiel, the other character in this story. I experienced this Ezekiel moment during my junior fall. Ever since I was a pre-frosh, I planned to study abroad my junior spring. To make this happen, I planned my pre-med schedule out for all 4 years and constantly met with professors to ensure that I could transfer credits. But in the midst of all this, I could feel God tugging at my heart, asking, Son of man, can these bones live? In this instance, the dry bones was the Purple Valley, my friends in the Christian fellowship, and across campus. Many of my peers were going through rough times, but God had begun to start revivals and rivers in their hearts. But I was ready to leave it all behind for a destination travel channel location. But God was still saying, can these bones live? Now, we do not know what Ezekiel was feeling when God asked him about the bones. He may have been excited, ready to be used by God. Or he may have been nervous or simply nonchalant about the whole matter. I know for myself, I was doing everything I could to ignore those bones. I asked my mom for advice, to which she replied that she felt I should stay on campus, but that I seek God as to what I should do. So as a good child, I listened to only half of what she said, deciding that I would pray and hopefully hear the answer that I wanted. I even ended up going on a 2-week fast in the middle of the semester. So I gave up Netflix, gave up YouTube, all my social media, and even all the sweets in Peresky. And for me, that was a very hard thing to do. But at the end of these 2 weeks, I did receive an answer. It was meant for me to stay in the Purple Valley. Now, I must admit, I was slightly upset with God when I found out I was going to be on campus for the bitter winter. And I told God that if I have to stay, something big has to happen on campus. Things cannot stay the same way, but dry bones will not only have to come up, but they have to be renewed, revived, and restored. I would need to look back on this moment and say, look where God has brought me from. And it was a blessing that I stayed on campus at that time. And God did just that. That semester ended up being one of the most fulfilling and spiritually enriching moments I've had while on campus. I joined a powerful discipleship group, helped begin the nightly prayer in our campus fellowship, and even had the opportunity to speak in Thompson Chapel about the love of God. And I actually became a part of a multi-ethnic, multicultural community. Whereas before, as a freshman, it felt cold and stifling, and that I did not belong there. But now I truly felt welcome as one in the family. So in this community, it is so common to hear a tambourine and somebody clapping on a 1 and 3 beat, which, if you don't know, that is awful. Or somebody waving their hands side to side. And it was a place where God truly began to transform individuals and pour out His Spirit, just as He poured it out into those bones that became an army. So, when you leave this building and it is daylight outside, I invite you to take a walk. Make a right and just go up the path until you get to the steps right before the president's house and border Route 2. Just take a moment and look around. This is the Purple Valley, and it was on those steps that I realized that the story of the Valley of the Dry Bones was just as relevant to me now as it was when written thousands of years ago. Many of us in this valley go through hard times, whether it is midterms, friends, classmates, or trouble on campus. But there's also life, beauty, hope, and joy. So during your valley experience, when you are asked, can these bones live? What will you say? I know what my answer is. Oh God, yes they can.